The company revealed that Brazil is the first country where it will establish a major fund to support the local tech ecosystem. According to the firm, Brazil has demonstrated a promising trend towards blockchain innovation. This potential is evident through the government's active testing of various blockchain development programs via the Banco Central Brazil regulatory sandbox. For those unfamiliar, Brazil is a key player in Latin America's cryptocurrency scene. Although El Salvador often makes headlines, its economy is not as strong, and its focus on Bitcoin is more of a future vision. In contrast, Brazil has been leading in cryptocurrency adoption since around 2018 or 2019. Many cryptocurrency firms have relocated to Brazil due to its relatively favorable crypto taxation policies. Several Brazilian cities have also accumulated Bitcoin for their reserves, a significant development that surprisingly didn't garner much attention. Additionally, it's worth noting that places like Wisconsin in the U.S. are also buying Bitcoin, which could hint at a broader trend among other states. Despite this, public awareness and understanding of these significant moves remain low. Currently, Ripple has announced the establishment of a fund aimed at fostering development on the XRP blockchain. This fund, created around 2018, allows developers to apply for financial support from Ripple to build on their platform. To support blockchain development, numerous initiatives are underway, not limited to Ripple. Similar efforts include the Bitcoin Development Fund, where companies aim to raise substantial amounts, like $300 million, to provide financial support for developers. About a decade ago, many developers working on blockchain projects were doing so for free, often struggling to make ends meet. Recognizing this, funds were created to offer significant financial support to developers, ensuring they could focus on their work without financial strain. Ripple is actively working to expand its global presence. Although much attention is on their ongoing lawsuit, Ripple has indicated plans to go public in the U.S. once the lawsuit concludes. They have also been in discussions with numerous U.S. banks interested in using XRP, though many are currently hesitant due to regulatory uncertainties. Ripple's announcement of a Brazil fund is significant, and more news is expected as the year progresses. If cryptocurrency values rise, more funds like these are likely to be launched. In other news, Tether, a major entity in the digital asset ecosystem, announced a strategic partnership with Ubit, a mobile payment app, and the TON Foundation, associated with the Telegram messaging app. Several years ago, Telegram announced plans to create their own cryptocurrency, similar to initiatives by other messaging apps. In the same week that Facebook planned to launch its cryptocurrency, regulatory bodies, including the SEC, intervened decisively, halting these initiatives. However, the TON Foundation, initially known as the Telegram Open Network, has made a comeback. They remain popular in the cryptocurrency space and have a successful cryptocurrency. Recently, they announced a strategic partnership with Tether and Ubit, a mobile payment app. This partnership follows Tether's launch of USDT and XAUT on the Open Network in April. The collaboration aims to improve user experiences for digital asset transactions by incorporating the Ubit mobile payment app. This will provide merchants with a seamless way to handle cryptocurrency payments. Ubit's Tap and Pay feature allows merchants to receive fiat currency even when payments are made in Tether. This integration is expected to expand the practical use of cryptocurrency. The core news is that Tether is seeking new ways to facilitate Tether transactions by partnering with the increasingly popular Telegram through the TON Foundation and Ubit. This move likely explains recent pushbacks against Tether. Companies like Visa and MasterCard have conducted studies and surveys questioning Tether's usage, possibly due to Tether's significant first-mover advantage. Additionally, financial institutions like Bank of America and JP Morgan have also scrutinized Tether. Moreover, a recent news story from China added to the narrative, emphasizing that regulatory and competitive pressures continue to shape the landscape for Tether and other cryptocurrencies. There was a report from China alleging that criminals in the country chose to use Tether for some illegal operations. This claim seemed dubious since those engaged in illegal activities are more likely to use privacy-focused cryptocurrencies rather than Tether, which is a centralized company known to cooperate with governments to halt suspicious transactions. Using Tether for illegal activities doesn't make much sense, especially when Bitcoin or privacy coins offer more anonymity, even though Bitcoin transactions can still be tracked. Tether has been expanding significantly, likely amassing more resources and engaging in activities beyond public knowledge. Recently, Tether has been acquiring a substantial amount of Bitcoin. Given that they generate billions of dollars monthly from the usage of their coin, it's logical to assume they are also investing in other companies, real estate, and assets, thereby increasing their wealth. This recent partnership with Ubit and the TON Foundation represents positive news for Tether, focusing on practical applications and expansion rather than the usual negative press surrounding the company. News that we've had in a while because everyone seems intent on criticizing Tether. Let's move on to other news. In recent developments that haven't received much attention, a publicly traded investment firm called Metaplanet, all one word, has added Bitcoin as a reserve asset. This decision is in response to the continued decline of the Japanese yen. For those unaware, the Japanese yen, like many other fiat currencies, has been struggling. During economic downturns, countries often devalue their currencies to encourage business activities. While this may seem counterintuitive, it makes the devalued currency more attractive to foreign businesses. Amidst this backdrop, Metaplanet's move to adopt Bitcoin as a reserve asset highlights a growing trend of seeking stability in cryptocurrencies. Despite the constant barrage of price-centric crypto news, focusing on market charts and short-term fluctuations, significant developments like these are shaping the future of the space. Additionally, there is much more happening within the cryptocurrency world that doesn't always make headlines. For instance, while mainstream news might fixate on price movements, behind the scenes, firms are making strategic decisions to incorporate digital assets into their portfolios. The economic struggles of fiat currencies underscore the importance of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies as alternative stores of value. This trend reflects a broader recognition of the potential stability and resilience offered by digital assets in uncertain economic times. There's been a noticeable trend where people take advantage of the devalued yen to travel and invest in Japan. I have many friends traveling to Japan currently, including one who plans to stay for 2 or 3 months because their currency has dropped significantly in value. This devaluation makes Japan an attractive destination for visitors, offering extended stays and more purchasing power for foreign tourists. However, this economic strategy has a downside. While it boosts short-term tourism and business, it adversely affects the residents of Japan. Their purchasing power diminishes both domestically and internationally as inflation rises and the currency's value declines. Metaplanet's decision to prioritize Bitcoin in its treasury management strategy reflects a significant shift. The Tokyo-based firm announced its Bitcoin-first approach in response to the weakening yen. This move underscores a broader trend of seeking stable, decentralized assets in the face of fiat currency instability. Historically, currencies were thought to inflate by about 1 to 2% annually, a figure often reported in official CPI data. However, deeper research and real-world observations suggest that these inflation rates were understated. The actual inflationary pressure on many fiat currencies has been much higher, impacting their long-term stability and purchasing power. In summary, Metaplanet's adoption of Bitcoin as a reserve asset is a strategic response to the declining yen and broader economic uncertainties. This shift highlights the growing recognition of Bitcoin's potential as a hedge against inflation and currency devaluation, positioning it as a critical asset in modern financial strategies. If your gas, water, rent, and bills go up, but your paycheck doesn't, and the cost of cars and groceries also increases, then inflation is clearly higher than the reported 1 to 2%. Currently, despite official figures claiming inflation rates around 4 to 7%, real-world experiences suggest much higher increases. For example, if your rent went up by $600 when it was previously $1,500, that's a significant jump, far exceeding 4%. So, when I discuss these trends, it's about recognizing the strategic moves by large financial entities. They are diversifying their assets to include cryptocurrencies,